Hey guys, thanks for watching this video, and in this video I'm going to talk about the law of attraction and my proof that the law of attraction does work. I've experienced quite a bit of manifestation for years now, and I'm going to talk about 4 of them. Now all of these are situations where I really can't explain how it happened. I watched the movie The Secret by Rhonda Byrne and I also read the book. However, I don't feel like I really learned the secret from there just like everyone else. I broke it down because I kept studying different DVDs and different people's perspectives, and then I started to apply it. And then by applying it was really how I began to learn how it all works. So my first story that I'm going to tell has to do with some money. I was at a point in my life where I really did need some money in my account. It was actually the time about just a few years back, and my bank account was going to go into overdrawn. $50 overdrawn at that. So I was going to borrow money from a family member, but I called the bank first just to see how much money I would need so that it wouldn't be overdrawn. And what I did was I took my bank statement and I did focus on having money in the account. But what I did was I kind of sat at a table quietly and I wrote $1,000 on my checking account, and basically I closed my eyes for about 5 minutes and went into a state where I was basically no longer in the room anymore, and I visualized $1,000 on my account clearly. And then I kind of broke out of that trance in 5 minutes. I set my cell phone timer to help me to do that, and then I let it go. I went away and I went downstairs and I just ate some food and completely forgot about it. And then about a week later I said, oh, I forgot about my bank account, it might be overdrawn, let me check the balance, because I was going to call a family member to borrow the money. And I called the bank and it said my account balance was $1,000. And so I got on the line with the bank representatives and they were like, yes, you know, there was a deposit in your account. And they said, where'd it come from? And I noticed the company name that it came from, and it left a 800 number, or that it said that it came from. So I called them up and I said, you know, why did you give me a refund of $100? And it was like, you know, we don't have a refund in our system. Try this customer service number. So it got to a point where I was calling Utah, Montana, all those states, trying to find out where the refund came from. Then one office said, you know, oh, we know you purchased, you know, a book from us. And I said, yes. They was like, well, we have that, but we don't have a $1,000 refund. And nobody knew what the refund was. It got to the point where they were just trying to get us off the phone. They couldn't find nothing in their records. And I had $1,000 in my account. And I remembered about a week ago that I had sat there for 5 minutes in a zone, basically, with nothing but $1,000 sitting on my account in my head. It's to the point where you're in a trance and you're not in the room anymore, to the point if someone knocks on the door, it would kind of scare you out of it. But that's what I did. But you clear your mind first, and then you relax your body, and then you clearly focus on something with your eyes closed. It has to be a really pure thought, and then you let it go. And it's when I forgot about it, that's when I found out I had $1,000 in my account, because I called the bank just to check my balance. I wasn't thinking about $1,000. So that's one story. The next story that I have, this one is quite amazing. This has to do with a very luxurious, wealthy place that I had gone to. Never seen it before. It was really, really gorgeous. And what happened was I was sitting on the computer one time, and you know how sometimes you're just online and you're admiring all the things or all the types of things that you want to see in life. Well, I came across a website of some sort of elite club thing. I don't know what it was. It was for wealthy people, and it had something to do with hotels and a private club and all of that. And I said, wow, this place is gorgeous. I wish that I could just go there. And I was so mesmerized by all the photos and everything that I literally admired the place online for about 2 hours. I just kept looking at all the photos. And in my emotions, I was like, wow, that is gorgeous. I want to do that. But when you're doing that, you don't really realize you're putting energy out in the universe, and it's positive energy on top of that. So make a long story short, there is this woman who wanted me to see her, for a meeting, and it happened to be like around the holidays, and everybody was supposed to come for a meeting. So I come to this place, and then I get lost all over the place. There's like 10 different entrances. It's big as hell. I'm wandering around for about a half hour to 45 minutes. And then, some guy in a Bentley was like, are you lost? I'm sorry, I can help you around. Are you lost? Because, I'm familiar with this place. And I said, no, I'm good. I pretended like I wasn't lost. Then someone finally showed me to the office that I was supposed to be at. And what happened was the whole time I was lost, I was admiring the place. And then they told me, oh, well, the lady you're supposed to meet, she took the day off. It's going to be a vacation coming up for the holidays. So you guys are going to have to just reschedule that meeting, I guess, and maybe she'll contact everyone. So then I got home, and I was still mesmerized by the property that I was wandering on for about 45 minutes and was lost. And so I went home and typed in the address of the property where I was. And it turns out that where I was the place that I was staring at on the computer about 5-6 weeks ago, admiring those photos and everything for about 2 hours. So I ended up there without actually knowing. So the same way that I felt when I was looking at that place online, when I went there in person, I had the same exact feeling. And the time frame from me looking at it online was about, I think, 4 to 6 weeks at the most. But I did not realize, but it was kind of quick because I remember it. So I wasn't sure how that happened. That's another sort of mysterious way that the universe does work. And my next story is a story about a hard day's work and having to go home immediately afterwards. So basically, I found out I was going to have to work 13-hour shift. And this was on a Sunday, and I wasn't driving that day, but I knew it was going to be 13 hours, and I was going to be really tired because I had a busy job. So I said, I'm not going to work 13 hours and then, I got to walk home or something, or take a bus home because I'm not driving today. So what happened was I went into the break room, closed the door, made sure nobody was in there. Believe it or not, we didn't have cameras in the break room for some reason. And I set my cell phone for about 5 minutes, alarm to ring. And I sat there and closed my eyes and imagined that I was home almost immediately after finishing my work. And then I let it go and said, thank you. And when I did that, once again, I was in a trance, whereas if you knock on the door, you'll kind of scare me out of it. That's how much you are not in the room anymore when you're visualizing. So I let it go. And then I worked 13 hours. Naturally, you're going to forget what you did 13 hours ago. So I was like, just putting everything back in place. And where I was, there were some car rims in the window that was for sale and all that. And I was putting some things back because I was getting ready to leave. And I kept seeing a reflection of car wheels. And so what happened was I go back in the back to get my purse, and when I'm coming to the front, the reflection of the car wheels that I was seeing was not the one that was on sale. It was a friend of mine who actually came to pick me up. Now, the funny thing is, I had not saw this friend in 3 months. And kind of just popped up out of nowhere, was sitting there just waiting for me patiently and quietly. So I came out and I said, oh, hey, how you been doing, or whatever, you know, dropped me home. And I said, so what made you come and get me? And he said, I don't know, you just crossed my mind. I was in the area and you crossed my mind. I remember you get off on, you know, Sundays, and, you know, I just stopped there and waited. And kind of that's how I got home, like immediately after work. And I did not call him or anything. I hadn't had contact for about, you know, 3 months. So that's another one of my situations. This one will be my last one. This one also sort of has to do with money and a trip and a time frame and all that. This one has to do with me wanting to see a specialist all the way from Asia. And I did not want to travel to Asia. So there was this specialist, this alternative medicine specialist that I wanted to meet about one of her procedures. And I contacted her and I said, hey, I've been looking at your work and all of that, and I'm interested in one of your procedures. And then all of a sudden she's like, you know what, I'm gonna be in the United States, you know, during this time frame. And the time frame she was talking about was like within 2 weeks, but it was gonna be in Colorado. I'm not in Colorado, and I'd never been to Colorado. So she said, you know, contact me again, you know, if you're serious. So the point is, I had to be in Colorado in 2 weeks. Now the thing is, I didn't have any money. I didn't know how I was gonna get there. None of that. I had about, I don't know, $500 to my name. Let alone, I gotta travel to Colorado. I gotta get a hotel. I gotta worry about transportation. I need the plane ticket. All that for $500 in 2 weeks. You think you're gonna get a trip package for that price? So, and I had 2 weeks. And my thing was, okay, the 2 weeks isn't up yet. It doesn't hurt to try. So I started getting online, looking for all these trip packages. Then I got to the point where I said, I don't care. I want the Walmart price of trip packages. I want it that cheap. And it's strange because at that moment I just defined what I wanted when I said I want the Walmart price of trip packages. So every day, to the point I can't even sleep at night, I'm looking at the ceiling. How am I going to get to Colorado? How am I going to get to Colorado? And in the daytime, it's to the point my back was hurting. How am I going to get to Colorado? How am I going to get to Colorado? And then, so I said, you know what? Forget this. Every day, I'm online looking up trip packages. Nothing's coming up. And I got a relative telling me, you know, I travel all the time. You're not going to find no package this fast. Time's running out. You might as well give up. You might as well wait till she come back. You might as well this. You might as well that. And I just tuned it out. Kept looking. Nothing. So I said, you know what? I don't know how I'm going to get there, but I'm going to get there. I'm going to be in Colorado. So what I did is I left home, went to Walmart, got some travel items. I was talking on my way there, and the lady said, oh, so you're going to Colorado. Oh, Colorado's nice. And I said, you been there? She said, yeah, I've been to Colorado Springs. And then she and I was kind of speaking it into existence, because I put myself in the position of what I would need if I was already going. I would need some travel items. I would need to pack a few clothes. So I packed up my bags. And I was still wondering how I was going to get there. But then I just let it go. So then a few days later, I was in the shower. And you know, when you're in the shower bathing, you're really relaxed. You're at the point of no resistance. You're not thinking about anything, just random little thoughts. And all of a sudden, a family member comes banging on the door saying, hey, there's a package going to Colorado, blah, 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 going where you want to go, and you know, yada, yada, yada. And so I got out the shower and I looked, and there was a package for $450 that included the Marriott, included my flight and everything for literally $450. And this, I still had about 6 days left to tell that lady I was going to be in Colorado. So then we got online, we tried to purchase the package. We couldn't even purchase the package online. So we had to call the travel agency and said, hey, we're trying to get this package. And then the guy was like, oh, okay, I see the code. And he was like, actually, I didn't even see this package. I don't know where this package came from, but this is a good package. And he said, but I'll process it for you. And then so the family member was looking at me like I was crazy, like damn, how the hell you get lucky like that? And so then, now this is more of it. I got online, then I emailed the alternative medicine specialist all the way in Asia, and I said, hey, guess what? I'm gonna be in Colorado at the so-and-so hotel on this date, blah, blah, blah. And then she emails me back saying, I'm gonna be in Colorado at the so-and-so hotel on this day, blah, blah, blah. And it turns out that not only am I going to Colorado, but the package that I got is also staying in the same hotel as the alternative medicine specialist. And she said we may not even have to leave the hotel. We could just borrow the conference room. Now, to also top it off, where the seminar was, the hotel was also saying they could take me anywhere within a 5 to 7 mile range for free. So I let basically the universe work it out. They know what's best for you. They know what hotel, well, the universe knows what hotel and everything that you need, instead of you trying to work things out for yourself. That's kind of how manifesting works. It's the emotion that you put out there, and once you let it go and you're at the point of no resistance, you're suspending space and time. There is no time in the universe. Time is something that we just created. So the manifestation, the law of attraction, it does work. And I want to touch on just one more thing quickly. People say, you know, if there is manifesting, how come you don't manifest $1 million and things like that? Well, the truth of the matter is, people are not gonna manifest $1 million, because that's not something that they want real badly. That's only something that they say they want. They don't want it to the point that they're thinking about it every day and every night, and they're going crazy and their back is hurting and they're staring at the ceiling all night, every night. It's not that burning desire. They don't have it. They're just talking. And when you learn how to manifest, another thing is, it's just like anything else. Once you have it, you kind of slow down on using it because you have it. It's like you're spoiled. You stop using it. So that's all I'm gonna say about this video. If you guys have any of your own testimonials or anything, any comments, you can go ahead and leave that. I'll see you guys in the next video.